Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Griftlands, where we've been doing such a great job interfacing with people that they can't even display all of my Banes on the screen at once anymore. So that's a little concerning. Fish has been waiting for you. Nadan just sent word. The auction's starting. He said to meet him right away. Okay, I probably should do that then. Thank you. I'll be off then. See you on the other side? Be careful, Sal. See, you're supposed to do like some witty repartee with me, which makes me feel like obviously everything's gonna be okay. But no, I guess that's not how today's going down. Alright, the auction. We do have a little bit of money. The other markets are not still open. Let's go down here and just throw some resources into the metal vendor real quick. Maximum health up. Seems good for future runs, right? This doesn't affect me right now, does it? I have 70. A buy upgrade. Okay, 72. It totally did, in fact, give me 2 health right now. You know, I do think that that's a good sort of broad, general, like a little bit more headroom to operate under, and then sure. Alright, and we have some flourish resource, not enough to unlock the level 2 version of the thing we already have. So maybe I should just save it. But like, do I want to pick up something for versatility's sake? Probably not, honestly. Gain influence, gain dominance, and improvise. Actually, yeah, let's pick up basic rage. We totally might actually use that, right? I do not know what we're going into, but I could see that being useful. And then I guess we'll go to the Spark Baron camp real quick and see if there's any cards we want to buy with our 196 shills here. It even actually gave me the shills. Howdy, friend. Targeting core. So... surcharge, but also Brenna likes us, so we're getting things at just about cost. Applies impair to all enemies. That seems pretty solid. None of this stuff has the thing that makes you draw an extra card when you pick it up, so I'm a little worried about that. Card is not discarded at the end of your turn. You know what? Honestly, that seems pretty good. I will take that. Thank you very much. Alright, let's go get into some kind of very serious trouble. Nadan is waiting for me at the secret back entrance to the auction, but it's not that secret, because apparently I'm able to find it. It's quiet as you approach the meeting point, but your trained eyes spot Nadan crouching in the darkness, a finger pushed to his twisted lips. Are we hiding from something? Admiralty ambush, on the far side. They're camouflaged, but not good enough. Ain't no way through that's not through them. I need you to distract them and draw them out so I can get the drop on them. Okay, that sounds like a thing that I could do. I could convince Nadan to do it instead. And then I could jump them and stab them to death. I like that idea. Counterpoint. You distract them, I'll be the cavalry. And why in Sog's name would I agree to that? Oh wait, sorry, we're supposed to still be whispering. Don't you dare talk about Bort that way. What's wrong with you? Okay, not an amazing start. We can throw up some of these. Am I allowed? Does that expend? It does not expend. Okay. I'm gonna ergo myself another one of those. That seems like a good start, right? Oh, you're kidding me. That's a real shame. What is that? The escalator? Escalation, sure, that makes sense. When a hostility card is played, increase stacks by 1 and gain 2 resolve. Okay, so this thing has to go, and it has to go fast. We should definitely play Boosted Mind immediately. And then, I guess, let's just start... Oh, my killer reputation's coming into play. Is the plan to just win around this, or do we need to kill that? I think the plan might be to just win around it, honestly. Let's play Hostile Instincts. Gain some dominance here. I'm gonna hit center. Because I don't want to lower the number of targets for Enhanced Overbear. There we go. That'll do it. No thanks. Also, I'm gonna borrow $10 from Nadan real quick during this conversation. You're the Scourge of Murder Bay. That's way more distracting than me, Sal Nobody from the Derrick. You're saying I got the face for it. But it's not a bad point. Okay, fine, but get your blades ready. Put them to use quick. Nadan slinks through the bushes until there's enough distance that he could make his entrance. And he does, noisily. Come on out, you sloppy switches. I know you're here. That's not exactly what he said. I was close. And you know this is not going to end well for you, Nadan. Yo! That's wild. Those are wild glasses. 3 Admiralty officers emerge from the tree line, all clearly eager for a fight. And I could, at this point, just drop Nadan to them. I think we should jump in. I don't necessarily know that we're done with Nadan's part of the plan yet. He could still be useful later. Also, I do love to kill Admiralty. You slip between the trees and slit the throat of the closest officer while the other 2 are fixated on Nadan. Nadan tackles another officer, blade drawn, leaving one last target for you. Time's up, Boot. No, I'm supposed to be surprise attacking. Don't deliver lines. Watsky dislikes you. Something tells me that's not going to be a problem for very long. So this is tricky, right? Because, I want to go Vital Strikes into Stab of Vision and do stuff, but, I also really want to play Shadow Mastery right off the top. I just want to get that established. I'm not going to Flourish here if I don't have to, because there's going to be another battle after this, and I want to make sure I'm ready to go off in that one. For the same reason, we're definitely saving Adrenaline Shot. Alright, you know what? I'm going to do both. We won't get absolute maximum value out of the strikes, but it's fine. You know, I guess there's no reason. I should have just played Shrewd. I should have just opened with Shrewd Fang. That's right, because it doesn't have limited uses. And now I draw and discard, and we hope to draw something that wants to be discarded. No such luck. Still, 5 wounds up. It's not a bad start. You get a little bit of healing back, and a little bit of temporary power, and you're going to really let me have it, in a very serious way. And also we have this damn gnarled effigy. This is a bad turn. We drew all of the wrong cards. Well... yeah, there's really not... this is just a bad turn. There's nothing I can do about that. Let's gain some defense and then just really get the holy hell kicked out of me. I don't really want a Spark Grenade. We'll just throw some bleed up. What a phenomenally bad draw, timed super well with the enemy being amazing. Let's... so there's no reason not to open with Charge Disc. Oh, you're already dead. Let me promoted fight dirty. Okay. So we're just gonna play Seeker, I guess? It's not very exciting. And I mean, we all knew how that was gonna go from the very start. So some metal, some resolve, some money, a classified file. Just straight up destroy an opponent argument. Okay, that seems useful. Ooh, our Buster can upgrade. Ooh, more bleed. Sure. I'll take it. Not the other one. And... I don't think we want any of that. Nadan, clearly enjoying himself, dispatches the last of the surviving Admiralty. What was he, just sitting there and watching me? Ha! Forgot how fun it could be to play with him first. Oh, gross. Looks like you do know how to use those things. Yeah, I picked up a couple things over the years. These knives. Nothing? Okay. Let's go before more switches come sniffing. Nadan leads the way, and you proceed together in familiar silence. Is Sal getting kind of a thing? The way she was looking after him there? Maybe. You follow Nadan through the twisting tunnels and find a small contingent of spree guarding a junction. Nadan's here. Look alive, you scabs. It's time to get down to business. Is this the entrance to the auction? Yeah. You go up ahead and do the business that I was just saying we were going to get down to. Can I convince you to come with? I'm not going to lie. That fight took the wind out of me. We're going to hold up tight here and wait for the fireworks to start. Once the assembled hoi polloi panic and make a runner, their shill purses will be easy pickings. Here, take this. Nadan passes you a small device. It's a lock melter. Should open one of the artifact crates. Might be something useful inside. Might help you survive today. Okay, so I was about to say, I took 20 damage saving his life for nothing, but I guess we wouldn't have gotten this otherwise. Why are you just giving me this? Well, if you do manage to take down Cassio, remember who helped you. Don't give her a chance to get the first blow. Cut hard and fast, and you'll get out of this alive. And what about you? Where will you be? I want her dead as much as you do. That's why we're in this together. But once Cassio's dealt with, we'll go our separate ways. It's better that way. Won't be long until the bounty comes calling for me. I feel like it's rude to ask him about his bounty, and also it sort of tips my hand for later. Let's just thank him and move on. I know you're not going to like to hear this, but thank you. Why wouldn't I like to hear that? Because you don't... I guess I just kind of assumed you don't seem very touchy-feely? I just don't make a show of it. You're welcome. What an extremely normal interaction. You emerge into a dusty back room of the auction house. It seems as though you've stumbled across the storage room for the auction lots. You pull out the lock melter. You have your pick of the artifacts, it seems. Well, yeah, of course, inspect. The lock melter will only open one of them, so you need to pick carefully. Blast chamber. Okay, that's just an extra action every turn of battle. That seems cool. At the start of your turn, heal 2 health. An item. Play your next card twice. That seems pretty alright. Just a whole lot of explosions. Hard to be mad about that. Or the old Rentorian Forceglaive. You know, one of those things. I am inclined to just take Blast Chamber, I think. Yeah, right? Extra actions. What if more punching? And we have the slot for it and everything. You carefully open the door and slip into the auction. The auction is starting. You can participate and maybe gain an item. I don't really have that much money. Or hide in the shadows and hope to catch Cassio by surprise. I do love to hide in the shadows. The auction starts. You let the items pass you by. You're in this for an even bigger prize. And it isn't long before you're rewarded. You get so used to the same few oiled elbows making their bids that new movement at the edge of the room draws your attention. It's Cassio, looking none the wiser that you might be in the crowd. She's confident. Her friends part to socialize with the crowd, leaving Cassio's back exposed. Now's your chance. You pass through the shadows like a thread, weaving your way to Cassio's side. No sudden, why are we going to talk to her? Just stab her and run out of the place. No sudden movements. Your blade presses gently into her side, just below her ribs. I can't even count as high as the number of reasons I got for wanting you dead. That's not necessarily that impressive. I'm not that good at counting. My point is it's several. But I'll still turn you in alive, if you play nice. I knew a grubby little bogling like you would grow up too greedy for your own good. I hate you enough to almost fall for that. But ain't nobody greedier than you, Cassio. You sold out your wit, your friends. Heck, even me. I'm not one of your friends is the point I'm making. I bet my contract didn't even go for that high a price. You could have made more off me as your apprentice. But I bet looking at my face just made you hate your freedom a little too much. Seems you're not the only action on the floor. Admiralty guards pour in from the door, roughly accosting some merchants who, judging by the scars, are anything but. You've been in enough brawls to know what's about to go down, but so is Cassio. She thrusts her elbow into the crook of your blade arm, throwing you off balance. By the time you recover, she's got her weapon drawn. Again, like, he was so... First of all, it's obvious, but secondly, Nadan was so clear. Just fucking get in there and knife her, and then get out of there, right? That's the whole deal. I'm still given advantage, for some reason. The lights go out. You hear the shouts, bangs, and the sound of the great lumen tank under the stage breaking. The emergency lighting comes back on, revealing a ruined auction hall. Well, Ikderek. Oh, okay. Nadan actually will show up. That's fun. And yes, I know there's a gnarled effigy. Pale spines being just like right off the top seems pretty obvious. There's no reason not to Shadow Mastery now. We have a lot of actions. Let's improvise something here. How long of a fight are we looking at? Okay, a while. It seems like just a power is pretty solid. Whenever Cassio gains a debuff, heals for 3. First time you take damage each turn, you gain 2 defense. We don't have to worry about protecting Bort all that much. She's gonna do some AoE, of course. Holograms, suitcase grenades. Okay, so it's gonna be a lot of really ugly stuff here. Let's definitely throw up the charged disc, and then we should flourish, right? I think I want to apply a bunch of Impair right away. Okay, that seems like a good idea, and then... Alright, we will in fact discard the stringer. No big surprise. I should have thrown up the Impair at the beginning of the turn. We could have generated more flourish that way. Be throwing grenades at me. Okay, so... That's a huge amount of damage. Just like a really silly amount of damage. Let's start with... Focused Swing. Obviously discarding the Gnarled Effigy. Alright. Let's see what Nadan does. I kind of want to... No, I think I want to, draw, discard... Do I want to discard a second card? I don't actually think so. 3 temporary power. I guess I could have discarded this, because you know what? Playing this right now is not actually very good. Okay. Get her! Wow, that was really not that much damage, dude. Not too impressive. Okay, I'm kind of getting my ass kicked here. Where the hell are all my grenades? I definitely have grenades. Yo, efficient disposal is going to be really good. Alright. Let's get that resolved. Shoot. Boosted Stringer. I don't know for sure. I'm assuming that the holograms won't do real damage. But I guess I don't feel very confident about that. So... Is it always going to be the last one? Nope, I just hit the real one that time. Okay, so if you hit the real one, it does banish the holograms immediately. Okay, found my grenades. Let's play Admiralty Requisition. Okay, we got some stuff here. We got some interesting options. Definitely Vital Strikes right so Adapt is going to do a whole bunch of damage when we play it. It's going to do a bunch of scattered damage. I'm going to throw my grenade. Okay, because that's going to reveal Nadan no matter what. I feel like we should letter opener. And I still have 3 actions left, so I'm trying to figure out what the correct timing for playing Adapt is. I do think I actually want to play the Kradeshi Feint. Let's play this for free. Continue putting up the wounds. It's a shame our pet can't be bothered to like get in here with us and help. And then I'm gonna Adapt. So we get a bunch of damage off of that thing. My Shroog Fang finally came up. And I think I do just play it. So a ton of impair and a ton of wound, but also my health is getting a little... It's getting to be a little scary. Oh no! Alright, that was lucky. Yeah, I'm dying quickly. That said, big chunks of damage coming off of Cassio here. Is saving Nadan going to turn out to have been worth it? I honestly don't know. The discard thing is sort of working. It's sort of kind of working. So we wanna do this, get the big bleed. Because we're about to apply some big bleed. Gain 4 defense, big bleed. Okay, there it is. Bort's gonna come through. But this time it really was me. That feels appropriate. Listen, I wouldn't have been mad if Bort had gotten the actual final hit, but that feels appropriate. Also, it does feel appropriate that I almost died, right? That's how that should have gone. The dust settles. Those that could took cover out of harm's reach. Heads reappear like crabs crawling out of the sludge after the rain. Once you and Cassio threw the first blows, the spree hiding in the rafters made their move. The Admiralty never saw it coming, and cultists fled before their own heads could roll. Never seen a knife move as fast as yours. That's good. Efficient. I got these blades with Cassio in mind. They're exactly Cassio-sized. I measured the depth. Your words come light, but the presence of Cassio's corpse weighs heavy. Then keep them close. They're loyal and effective. Are we still talking about the knives? A weapon like that is better than a friend. I don't know if I agree with that. You don't have to. See you around, Sal. Remember what I said. Nadan melts back into the shadows, like Homer Simpson into those bushes. You look down one last time at Cassio before taking what you need to claim the bounty. The feeling you get ain't exactly peace, but it's reassuring all the same. You leave her on the floor without a backwards glance. No more looking back. Alright, you've unlocked a new game mode for Sal. Focus on card play and test out new strategies in Brawl the next time you start a run. That's interesting. I did not realize that was going to be a thing.
And it's only the first of many such exits. You're a rich woman now, and you'll have a reputation to maintain. With Cassio gone, there's a yawning hole where her influence should be. You feel it tugging on you like a hook through your navel. And sure enough, the resources begin to fall into place. Fish's reputation improves with yours, but she never lets on whether she likes it. Naden wields his newfound power like a gavel, making his enemies tremble. Sometimes, a coin or two finds its way to the little folks who need it. Maybe it was Naden who made it happen, but you never knew him to be loose-lipped.
I get it.
You stay still just about long enough to check in on those that matter. But that isn't too long. You have old graves you want to visit. Old wounds that still need tending to. There's a life waiting for you in Havaria now. You just have to seize it.
Alright, so at the end of every run, you earn experience points, effectively, and we get a 10% bonus for playing on level 1 instead of level 0. And every time you pass certain thresholds of experience points, it unlocks new card sets for future runs. So, attack a random argument, spend all influence to attack again per influence spent. This is definitely like an influence-based pack here. Draw, discard, apply bleed equal to the damage dealt by this card. This seems like it could be very powerful if you stack up some wounds and effects first. Looks like we're going to make it through a fair number of these. Gain influence. Okay, invective. We saw invective. I think we saw abrupt remark at one point offered to us as part of a caprice as well. So it's cool that caprice can just get you anything from the whole card set, not just stuff you have unlocked. Heal 1 health per bleed on the target. That seems very powerful. Apply 3 bleed, then gain defense equal to the target's bleed. You know, the bloody mess. Also, an outfit. When this card is drawn, deal 1 damage to a random opponent argument and gain 1 influence. That's kinda nice. There's a lot of ways of gaining and spending influence that we're unlocking here. Maybe the green cards will be a little bit more interesting next time we roll through Sal's story. Incept doubt. Targets a friendly argument each turn. Okay, so it puts an argument on their side that damages their stuff, which is a lot harder for them to deal with than an argument on your side that damages their stuff. I could see that being useful. Add an injury card to your discard pile. Okay, so it's just adds dead garbage. But 8 to 10 damage for one point. It's certainly something. A repeatable stun, or well, I mean once per battle, but that seems pretty cool. And, you know, a little bit more prestige. Honestly, if the difficulty had been up much higher, I don't know that we would have survived that final battle. So probably good we ease into it a little bit. But as you can see, that was not even half of Sal's cards. And this is just Sal's stuff. The other two characters have completely different sets of cards because they play with completely different mechanics. So there's a lot more to see. Also, people loving you is worth experience. Definitely a place where we could have improved a little bit. Alright, that's that, and we have unlocked Rook. So I've played the beginning of Rook's story, maybe like the first couple of days, I believe, right when it was released into early access. So I think I've not seen about half of that one, and then I haven't touched the third character at all. So I'm very excited to get into these. That said, this does feel like sort of a natural stopping point for the day, doesn't it? So when you come back next time, tomorrow, we'll be opening up the story of Rook the Spy, and maybe we'll try to take a slightly different tack here and not just murder everyone we meet. And we'll see you then.